Welcome to the end of day 5. I was very tired today. I don't know why. Just feeling very fatigued. It's how it goes. It goes in waves. So, my blood pressure was 100 over 64. Resting heart rate was 52. Oxygen was 98%. And my weight is down to 66 kilos, which is 146 pounds. I lost half a kilo from yesterday, so I'm down half a kilo, which is 1 pound. And overall, down minus 5.5, which is about 12 pounds. Okay, so besides feeling fatigue and really just slow moving, tired, I also had a little stomach pain, just a bit. And then, as I mentioned before, the gums are still healing. A little bit of sore back. So speaking of symptoms, let's go over a few of the symptoms that are common in fasting. In the first few days, you're going to have a really foul taste in your mouth, so you don't want to get near too many people. You have an increased body odor, for another reason. Fatigue, which I've already mentioned. Sleep disturbance, yes, I've experienced that a bit, mainly because of the pain here. But as you can see, it's gone down even a little more from yesterday. The pain is still there. It's like dull. And in the morning and a little bit at night and during the night. But it's getting a little less each day. So that gave me a little sleep disturbance. Irritability, for sure. Today I felt a little bit irritable. Euphoria, yeah, a little bit. You could say that. Dizziness, for sure. If you stand up too fast when you're fasting, you're going to have to bend over and just stop and breathe. You get a little dizzy. Aches and pains, absolutely. You can feel that. Nausea and vomiting. That comes with about 15% of people who fast, more than, say, 5 days. Rashes and discharges. That's also another symptom. And basic just general healing crisis. So, but after day 4, typically, the energy comes back, and it starts getting, you start needing less and less sleep. You have more energy. Yeah. So, yesterday when I went for a hike, this is for you, Akira. I found some crystals to add to your collection. Yeah. So I found a pretty big one. They're like pink and white. Pretty cool, huh? And I scrubbed them with a toothbrush. This one's a little bit different colors. So I'll bring those back. I want to tell you a story. For fact of the day was really a combination between symptoms and something totally different, which is called mindful eating. Mindful eating practice. Something that I have a lot to learn about and I'm going to incorporate in my life, and especially for Akira. Mindful eating is what 90% of people don't do. It's when you're basically staying in the head instead of the body. And what you're doing when you're eating is you're having a conversation with someone, or you're watching TV or a movie while you're eating, or doing other things that keep you in your head, thinking about the future or the past instead of just being in the present moment, and actually tasting your food. Eating it slowly, chewing it slowly, feeling what it tastes like in the body. Even using your hands to feel what it feels like in the hand. Is it squishy? Is it, What's the texture? What does it smell like? Using your nose. This is mindful eating. So if you're truly hungry, then you'll feel it in your body, especially when you smell it first. You smell, then you feel it, you taste it. And if you eat slow, you'll eat until your body, as I told Akira when she was little, until your tummy's happy. So overeating is actually mindless, comes from mindless eating. It's where you're in your head and you just keep eating, or you're eating fast, and so this is mindless eating. So I want you to do something for me. Put your hands together like this, like a fist. Put them together, and that's the size of your stomach. The entire two hands together. So, yeah, my stomach's about that big. So that's about how much food will probably fill you, and you'll be satisfied, believe it or not. Okay, so there's a story I want to share with you, which I mentioned before, which was about a boy who was being observed with his father. He was maybe 4 years old, and he was being observed by another mother and her daughter who are into mindful eating practices. And this story was told to me. It's a true story. And the little boy and his father, I think the father asked the boy, "What would you like?" And got him he asked for a milkshake and just some chips, a small side of chips. And on the menu, there was like a child size, and then there was a adult size plate. And the father got him the plate of chips, the bigger size. So the boy sat down, ate maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 chips. He was drinking his milkshake, and he said, "Okay, yeah." And he said he was done. He's had enough. And he started to walk away, and his father grabbed him by the shirt, sat him back down, and said, "You're going to eat these chips." And he was a big, strong man. "You're going to finish that plate." And so the boy, scared, finished the plate of chips, got up, turned around, and threw up all over the place. So the point of this story is you have to trust in the body. When it's done, it will tell you when it's done, and especially in children. And this boy clearly was done after 4 chips. And anyway, there was, you have to allow your body to guide you, even into adulthood. But especially when you're a child, you're more in tune to what your body needs and what it doesn't. Okay, this brings me to the next story, and this is quick. The next story is there was a experiment done for 6 months on 2 groups of children, ages 3 to 13. They were separated, all equal age, so a 2-year-old and a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 3-year-old. And they were observed every meal for 6 months about what they ate. One group was given rules that they were given a balanced diet, 1 dessert a week, 1 treat, right, a week, and a balanced diet, very healthy, vegetables, and rice and everything. And they were very strict. And then the other group, they were told they can eat whatever they want. And they put a variety of foods out. Desserts, candy, but all of the things that were over in the balanced diet was also there present. Okay? So by the time the 6 months ended, both groups were eating the same foods, which was important for their diet according to their age. Exactly. So the point of that story is that children, if suppressed, or even adults or teenagers, if they're suppressed in what they can't have and what they can, then they're not allowed empowerment for them to choose what they want to eat. They will eat what's not good for them whenever they can behind your back when they get older, and it creates a psychological barrier and a food disorder, and not eating mindfully. So mindful eating for children went straight to my heart with Akira and myself, and that is, she's going to be allowed to eat whatever she wants, whatever her body tells her, within what I'm providing for dinner that night or for breakfast. And so I wanted to share that mindful eating practices to you. I love all of you. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you on day 6. Have a beautiful day.